Hello everyone, my name is Alf, and with the release of the new FNaF AR Dark Circus game mode that happened earlier this month, I've noticed a lot of people are having trouble defeating Golden Freddy, so here is a proper guide on how to defeat him. My old guides that I did, the original video and the video where I was showing how to defeat all animatronics, the information I had on Golden Freddy is actually a little bit incorrect and inaccurate, which is why I'm doing a better guide video now. Now obviously in this guide video I am going to be fighting Great Escape Golden Freddy, but they are functionally the same. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to explain information about his fight first, and then I'm going to show you 3 encounters of me actually fighting him. Once you get the hang of his encounter, it's pretty simple, but he does have a couple complicated details that you need to know before going into the fight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now all of this information is in a Google Doc that will be linked in the description. His copyable mechanics are Freddy, Toy Freddy, Ballora, Mangle, and Springtrap. He cannot copy anyone else. He must be shocked 3 times to defeat him, and each time he will swap mechanics. He can't copy the same character multiple times in the same fight. The footstep pattern of the first character he copies will carry over to the next 2 phases regardless of the character mechanics he picks in them, and he can only haywire while he's copying Springtrap, no one else. If you get Ballora or Mangle, you do not need to shock him on his decloak to defeat him. Just let him finish running at you and put on the mask if it's Mangle, or you can go ahead and shock him. For Mangle in particular, you can skip the next 2 part collection rounds just by shocking him on his initial decloak instead of letting him finish. He will also be guaranteed to decloak when charging on all following phases if you get Ballora or Mangle first. Your shocker also will not take any power per shock if this happens. If he copies Ballora at all, sometimes the mini-arenas can climb your screen silently and invisibly, raising the danger bar for no apparent reason. If the bar is suddenly rising and you can't find out why, shake your phone a bit and it should drop back down. Also, avoid looking at his glimpses. They can raise the danger bar and kill you. Occasionally, he can kill you with the danger bar just by looking at his decloaking charge, so I would advise looking away from it until he actually decloaks, and then look back at him when he's close. Now we're going to talk about how to identify him. On the first phase only, check how fast his steps are. If they're insanely fast, he's either Ballora or Mangle. This can't be used to identify him past the first phase. The reason this only works on the first phase is because the footstep pattern of the first phase carries over to all following phases. Then, check the Ballora meter. If the danger meters are active at all, like you're moving around and you can see them rising, he is Ballora. Then, check how strong his locational static is. If the locational static is impossible to determine without the flashlight, it's either Mangle or Springtrap. If it's high, it's either Freddy or Toy Freddy. If his static is low, check if he's haywiring at all. If he haywires at all, it automatically confirms Springtrap since it's the only phase he can actually haywire in. If he doesn't haywire, it's Mangle. You can also confirm Springtrap by listening for the ambience. If it suddenly gets quieter, it's Springtrap. His static is high. What now? He's either Freddy or Toy Freddy, and at this point you don't really need to confirm which of the 2 it is, just hold the mask on and wait for his decloak. Now that we've gone over how exactly he works and how to identify him, I'm going to show you 3 different Golden Freddy encounters to give you a good idea of how to apply this and what he can do in-game.